So MrBeast, Logan Paul and KSI have released a new food product and people really aren't happy about it. So recently in the last few days, it was announced that MrBeast, Logan Paul and KSI have collaborated and are releasing a food product called Lunchly. Now this is just a carbon copy pretty much of Lunchables, which is a fairly common thing to have in your lunchbox as a kid, but they're claiming that this one is a healthier alternative. Now a lot of people have taken issue over Lunchly, you know, especially Dan TDM. Now he came out of a tweet and this sparked a lot of commotion. He said, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." Now, I can't help but agree with that, okay? Like, not being funny, but these people aren't actually making this food. They don't know what's in this food. They're just getting told what's in it and they're saying that's what's in it. Now, if you want to make a food product, that's completely fine, okay? Completely fine. But at least make sure that you have a say in the process. Like, you are there doing it yourself. If you're going to start selling it to your fans, food is a very, very serious thing, okay? It can cause a lot of problems if it's done wrong. And to sell it to kids is a big no-no, especially if it's no good. Now, after Dan tweeted this, KSI took it upon himself to reply, and it was pretty bad. He replied with a simple tweet saying, "Looks like crap to me," and underneath was just Dan TDM's merch. Now, to be honest with you, when I saw this, I thought, how fucking petty are you? Like, this man just can't take any criticism at all. If anything, he should have just stayed silent. Now, to compare your product of food to Dan TDM's merch is really, really stupid. It makes no sense. Yeah, you might think the merch is shit, okay? Which, yeah, personally it is. But you're not the audience for it. It's for kids. And it's safe for kids, unlike your food product. Now, what actually cracked me up about this was Twitter underneath. Now, Twitter, right, or X as people want to call it nowadays, isn't the best website in the world. But when the community notes are added, I can't help but just fucking laugh. Because the community notes done KSI fucking dirty here. In the community notes, it says, not only has KSI worked with them before, the CEO of U2's, Austin Long, got his start by managing the Sidemen and was an executive producer on their YouTube Red show. So the merch that KSI is saying is shit is U2's merch, by the way. So not only is he saying that this merch is shit, like, it's also kind of like throwing it in the face of someone that worked closely with him and also worked with him on his own YouTube stuff. So like, this whole argument here just makes no sense. Like, he is just being a petty bastard because he has nothing else to say. Now, obviously in the comments, he got roasted for this. So he came out with a following tweet and this is what he said. But he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? Now this would have been a very good point, right? If Dan TDM had any stakes or anything to say about Munch Packs. He's just promoting a candy for some kids on his third channel, by the way. How do I know this? Because Twitter comments said so. This is what they had to say about this one. They state, Dan TDM posted this video on his third channel 9 years ago. He also did not create or have any stakes in Munch Pack. So right now, KSI is just getting absolutely fucking roasted by the comment section on Twitter. Like, they are doing him absolutely dirty. It's like, if you're gonna say something, at least do some research into what you have to say before saying it, because you just look fucking stupid. And KSI isn't the smartest person in the world. I know he's got good business, you know, well, I say good business, he makes a lot of money, let's just put it that way. But it doesn't mean he's very smart, and his tweets are proof of that. Now, KSI wasn't the only one to come out at Dan TDM. Logan Paul also made an appearance. Yes, the king of all things shit. The crypto scammer himself. That's a man to trust with a food item. And this is what he had to say. He says, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset. Then don't eat it." And then the community notes added to this one as well. They state, Prime Hydration was filed against for including lead on 3 separate occasions, with a third being on March 24th of 2024. Commenting on Lunchables' lead findings while including a drink also known to have lead inside a meal pack is very hypocritical. If I haven't already stated, by the way, these Lunchlies also include a bottle of Prime. So, yeah, not a very good statement from you, Logan Paul. The community notes are just roasting these boys. If you're getting called out by Twitter community notes of all things, right, when you're trying to make a good point, then you know you've done something stupid. Maybe you both should have just stayed silent. Like MrBeast, for example. I don't think he's actually said anything about this at all, which is a good thing, because not only is he already in hot water, he doesn't really need any more. But with this, he probably is going to get in some more shit. I mean, who actually works with Logan Paul and KSI? Come on now. Logan Paul especially. Now, Dan TDM wasn't the only one with concerns about this situation. Another YouTuber named mrbeasts, who's obviously a very big YouTuber, I watch him, he's very funny, had this to say about the situation. Bro doesn't know anything about lead, nor did he read the article, lol. If your argument is that my product is healthier because it doesn't contain much lead, you're embarrassingly stupid. The lead contamination claim is in regard to CCA's lead rules, which are the strictest in the US, but the same for the EU. Lead is in everything and is impossible to avoid. Sweet potatoes, which are healthier than your shit Lunchable ripoff, contain nearly as much lead in puree than in those unhealthy Lunchables. We are talking about parts per billion. It's totally irrelevant and impossible to prevent the consumption of lead, cadmium, arsenic, etc. All things that are incredibly abundant on Earth. The important thing is mitigating exposure reasonably, not claiming your product is better for you because it may have less lead, Lamau. Dark chocolate has so much lead in it. It's crazy how prevalent lead is. They aren't fucking putting lead in the product, you moron. This is so misleading. I wouldn't want this idiot anywhere near my product. Holy shit. If you actually want to improve people's lives and not just make money, make the product yourself and take actual responsibility instead of lying and making a fool of yourself on a daily basis. And maybe let people know that your product is bad for them and they should consider whole food alternatives as often as possible, and this is a bad thing to market to children without any kind of disclaimer or honesty. Aside from mine doesn't have lead, which I guarantee it does, haha, it's simply not possible. So embarrassing, lol. Now I fully agree with mrbeasts' statement here. To be honest, it actually kind of goes back on what I was saying earlier. The guys are not making the food themselves. They have no idea what's in the food, okay, and they're just promoting it willy-nilly without any consideration for the people that are actually going to be eating it, claiming that it's a healthier option, which it probably isn't. Also, the argument about Lunchables being bad for you, of course they're going to be bad for you if you're going to eat them consistently over and over and over again. One every now and again is fine. It's like anything, you know? Everything's bad for you. That's why you moderate stuff, you fucking idiots. Now, if all this wasn't embarrassing enough, Logan Paul came out with another fucking statement where I can't help but laugh at this one, where he literally shows a video of him putting the food through a metal detector. Like, I know that sounds crazy to believe, but this is actually what they're doing. He said, "We spent a lot of money to put all meals through x-ray and metal detection to ensure no foreign materials are in Lunchley." And mrbeasts comes back with, "Logan Paul thinks 0.000014175 grams of lead will show up on a metal detector. By the way, this would be 2 times what's allowed legally." It's just unreal. This whole situation is so fucking stupid. Like, when I saw this came out, I thought nothing of it until people started tweeting about it, okay? Like, nobody would have cared, right? Nobody actually would have gave a fuck about this product if you didn't come out stating it was healthy for kids, start fucking spam promoting it everywhere, and then also bitch and moan when people have something to say about it. Like, just be professional. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I had to talk about. I just thought I'd talk about the situation because I found it fucking hilarious how stupid these people are. Like, these people are multi-millionaires and they're this fucking thick. And what makes it worse is they're going to make quite a bit of money off of this as well, you know? And none of that's going to go anywhere good. Hopefully the food is as healthy as they claim it is, which it definitely isn't, and doesn't poison anybody. That being said though, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.